Okay, Lee, here is the diagram I told you I would draw for you. I apologize for the lighting. If I turn on any more lights, it will glare off of my board. Essentially, this is the way we would solve our elevation problem. This is the simplest solution. What we have here is your main oil tank and your oil pump, and you would pump oil up to a secondary reservoir, which has a cup inside of it that overflows with oil. And inside that overflowing cup of oil is the feed line to our oil burner. Okay? So what would happen is the excess overflow simply drains back down a pipe that's slightly larger than the feed pipe. That's one of the important things. It may have to be larger. I don't know that. It depends on the flow rate of your pump. So disregard that statement. So our flow just returns right back down to the tank, and is even warmed up a little bit in the process, just to kind of help with viscosity and all that. It sprays a little better when it's warmer. You don't have to preheat this oil. These things burn it just fine the way we're going to want to burn. We're going to want to keep this thing running with a very small flame sticking off the front of it, about this far only. You don't want a big fireball coming off of this, because we want this compressor to always be running red hot. That is a key feature that we want to keep in mind. If you keep that thing running red hot, it's self-cleaning. Otherwise, you're going to have to clean all the ash and gunk out of it. Burning oil is kind of like burning wood. It's not a gaseous fuel, and it's not gasoline. It has a huge amount of residue sometimes, depending on the source. So, there you have it, Lee. I hope that helps you out, brother. I think, now this size, of course, was just exaggerated for the purpose of illustration. This thing could be as small as a coffee can. So we would hang this up in the ceiling, and we would want it to be higher than the nozzle itself. It can be at the same level and you'll get okay performance, but you only get about 12 inches of head when you draw suction on this pump. And the more you put on it, the more it prohibits its performance. If you're wanting 400,000 BTUs, I suggest you keep the secondary fuel reservoir at least 1 foot above the elevation of that nozzle, and you'll be good to go. So I hope that helps you out, and I hope that solves your problem. And another thing to keep in mind is filtration. Waste oil's often got this hairy fiber-like material that I believe comes off the filters itself, that is prone to causing problems down the road. So I hope that helps you out, man. That is the way I would solve this problem. That way you don't need what we call a bypass valve configuration on your flow pump and all that jazz. Any excess is just diverted right back down to the tank, and we're ready to roll.